Hey guys, how's it going? Little Pokemon jingle for you there. Quick announcement before we get this Earth 2 update started is that normally I respond to messages as fast as I can, even though I do get a couple of hundred each day from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, whatever. I will always get back as fast as possible, but starting tomorrow, I will be absent from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you comment or message them between then, I will get back. It'll just be at the end of the day after I make my videos and everything. I did put, because I know some of you guys, time is of the essence, and a lot of times you need an answer right away, and if you don't get that answer, it could cost several thousand, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've found that out with Pokemon, Tesla, you name it. So to kind of combat that and meet you guys in the middle, I did set up a new Patreon thing where if it's $100 a month, I'll give you my cell phone number. You can call or text anytime, even in those hours, and I will totally get back to you right away. I'll answer as soon as you call. And again, that does start tomorrow, December 28th. Into the video. User Venkata SK Chaitanya Telasula asked, what about international tiles? I went over in another video about how it could be a sore subject for people, causing political strife, whether it's Crimea, Jerusalem, whatever. But the opposite, I believe, could occur as well, where if anyone's seen the picture of Miss Iraq and Miss Israel, it's two countries where the politicians there, they hate each other. They do not, there's bad blood between those politicians of those two countries, but those two took a very lovely, peaceful picture together, and I think that did more for those two countries' relations than politicians ever could. And I think the same could be said for the DMZ as well. The demilitarized zone over Delta Mike Zulu, the demilitarized zone over that border between North and South Korea. That's something where, again, you have seen in the Olympics, I think in 2012 or 2016, where the leader, or not the leader, some of the athletes from North Korea are arm in arm with the athletes from South Korea singing a Paul McCartney song. It was really cool. I think this is something that could be done in Earth 2. I myself have bought properties in Earth 2 where I want to broker out peace deals between two warring countries, factions, tribes, whatever you have it. I even have one for dolphin relations, and I've kind of explained that before. I know some of you guys think that's a little weird, but that's something that I do believe can help in the future. Ali Luck, or Lucky as I call him, made a banner that I will use in my YouTube thing for anyone, just in my banner or a thumbnail. Right now, I'm still at the point where I still can get back to messages relatively quickly within certain hours. But if any of you guys do have anything that you just want to send me through Instagram or whatever, I will get to it eventually. Again, I told Ali, like, what do you want? I'll pay for it. He's like, no, he didn't even ask me to shout him out, but that's on Instagram, Ali_Luck_. Turkey has been a topic of discussion as of late, and I'm not 100% sure why, but I've seen people posting about it on Twitter, seen people posting about it on Facebook, and I bought parts of Turkey this morning at 35 cents a tile, so I believe it was class 2. I bought the flight line at Incirlik Air Base. Turkey is a place with a lot of history over several thousands of years. That's how long it expands. But recently, in 2016, if we're talking about recent history, there was an attempted coup d'etat. The whole country was on lockdown. There was no internet. There was no electricity in and out of the country for 2 days. I was in Kuwait at the time, trying to contact my friends, seeing what was going on, that were stationed at Incirlik, and there was just nothing. So I bought some tiles in Incirlik Air Base just as a reference to that. The leaderboard. Oh yeah, so just as a reference to that, 2016 was a crazy year, and it wasn't just like person trying to reach a friend. No, it was military to military. Comms were down, everything. Nothing could happen. It was a crazy time. 2016 was just absolutely bananas. Bananas. Everyone press F in the chat for Harambe. We lost him in 2016. RIP, our Lord and Savior. As far as the leaderboard goes, there is a difference between credits and net worth. Those of you who don't know, the leaderboard shows you how many credits were spent by that user. However, it doesn't show you the net worth. Someone who spent $75 on US tiles when this began now has about $7,500 if they pay 10 cents a tile. Now, if someone took $7,500 right now from their bank account and they spent it on US tiles right now, they would still have 75. They would be on the leaderboard spending 7,500 credits, but they would still only have 7,500 net worth. If you took that $7,500 right now, wound the clocks back a couple of months to early November, and you spent $7,500 on Class 1 tiles in the US at 10 cents a tile, you would have well over $750,000 right now. Let me say that one time. $7,500, less than 10 grand, 75% of $10,000 invested. When this started at 10 cents a tile in the US, you would have well over $750,000 right now. And again, I wrote this morning when tiles were like $11 a tile. Now they're close to 12. It is absolutely bananas, insane. I know I keep saying that, but right now they are working on a new withdrawal process as well. They've been working on speeding it up. It does take a few days currently to be withdrawn by PayPal, but an automatic withdrawal will be available in 2 to 3 months. Most likely it'll involve Square's Cash App or PayPal's Venmo as well. They might even be able to go directly into your bank account via ACH, and ACH would just be something that's available to you by the next day. Some people have had prisms appear on their screens. For anyone that doesn't really remember grade school, they're introduced you to Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. It's just the colors of the rainbow. It's just a mnemonic term just to be able to remember it. And it's really just a long line of colors of the rainbow. Could it be an Easter egg? Quite possibly. But I have seen a couple people see this, and basically once they scroll in, the rainbow disappears. You could buy the tiles that are underneath it, but that's it. They didn't find anything special about it. The developers had said that they do reserve the right in the future to convert your holdings of virtual land or any equivalent credits held in Earth 2 platform to an equivalent value of a cryptocurrency that we may create in the future. Now, I'm going to pause on that real quick. If you go in your settings and in that drop down underneath, I think where your referral code is, there's something called Etherscan. You can click on it and it takes you to a page where you might be able to, it looks like it's set up to trade and buy stuff in Ethereum. So maybe Ethereum is what they're talking about. Maybe they're going to make their own. We don't know yet, but it's incredibly fantastically exciting. I'm here for it. Any conversion would be conducted at a valuation reasonably determined by us, meaning the developers. Furthermore, you must not acquire virtual land for the purpose of inciting religious or racial tensions or engage in any conduct or behavior in connection with virtual land that is designed or is likely to incite religious or racial tensions. Basically, that means don't be an ass. Don't be a donkey. Now, there was, if for those of you that remember Club Penguin, press F in the chats for that. Basically, a lot of people from 4chan would go on there and they would make their penguins, line them up specifically into the shape of a swastika for the lols, for the memes, whatever you call it. And they got away with it on there. Obviously, servers were shut down. They got banned, whatever. But in this case, right here, if these are broken, we reserve the right to cancel membership without compensation or compulsorily acquire virtual land from you without notice. You will be paid the same price that you bought it for, but that land is gone if you do something like that. Now, doing some math, it does take about 25,901 tiles to make up 1 square mile in the game. 41 tiles, between 40 and 41 tiles for 1 acre in the game right now. 640 acres per square mile. 1 acre can produce about 5 homes in a typical single family subdivision. But you have to ask the question, how much is our houses going to go for in this game? Will you be forced to have a house in this game? What will you do? What will your avatar do when you're not around? Is it going to be like the original Animal Crossing, Tom Nook? They give everyone this little jail cell almost. Will they have you pay for it? I don't know. It's mind-boggling, the possibilities of what they can provide you, of what you can do yourself. Again, I do think eventually they will run out of space in Earth 2 because so many people are doing so many things. It's not that expensive to do. To build on, let's say, a 10 by 10 would take several $100,000 in New York, probably a couple $1 million. Actually, that would take several $1 million in New York, in Long Island anyway. But you could do that very, very cheaply in Earth 2. So I think as more money comes into this, and again, the game is being translated right now into several different languages, and once Chinese and people from India and anywhere in Asia, Japan, all going to get on this, and it's going to be absolute mayhem. It's going to be great. I'm here for it. I'm ready. Class tiles. Okay, for one last thing, class tiles. If you have a country the size of Russia, there's 100,000 class 1 tiles. If you have an island that is a small island, its own country, whatever it is, that also has 100,000 class 1 tiles. After the 100,000th class 1 tile is bought, it switches to class 2. If an island or a small country only has 90,000 tiles, they'll all be class 1, and after the 90,000th tile is bought, then there's no more tax revenue. That's just something that I wanted to be clear with that at the end of this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Please, referral code down below. That helps me out so much you would not believe. Patreon, that thing, it helps so much. I love you guys. Class dismissed. Yeah.